Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to be talking about how to export from Adobe InDesign. So let's get right into it. So here I have a document that is open. It is something that I did for a client, and I'm going to show you the different ways that you can export it, right? So the first thing you want to do is to click on File and then go to Export, or you could press Ctrl E. So once you've done either of that, this dialog box is going to open up and it's going to prompt you to select a particular space within your computer where you want the design to be saved, right? So I'm going to have it saved there, and then you can now put the name of the document that you want. Right now, the next thing is to select the file type. So there are 4 major file types that I use: Adobe PDF Interactive, Adobe PDF Prints, JPEG, and PNG. Alright, so these are the 4 types. So we're going to start with PDF Interactive. So PDF Interactive is basically your normal PDF that you view on your phone or on your computer, right? So you click on it and you click on Save. Once you've clicked on Save, it's going to bring up this dialog box. Alright, now in this dialog box we have 4 sections. We have General, Compression, Advanced, and Security. So now most of the work we'll do will be in General, and it's pretty straightforward stuff. So the first thing is to select the pages. So do you want to export all the pages, or you want to export a range of pages, right? So you can actually put in the range of pages. Maybe you want to export page 1 to 3 or page 9 to 15, whatever you want, you can put it, right? For this I'll be exporting all the pages. The next thing you have to select is if you want to export the document as pages or as spreads. Now if you don't know what a spread is, let me quickly show you. This is a spread. A spread is when you have 2 pages side by side. Alright, so let's go back. Alright, so for this design you can see that this does not have a spread, right? So we'll just leave it at pages. Alright, then the next thing you want to do is to go down, and then you can click any other options that you want, right? So for interactive PDF, the major settings you would actually set are in this pages section. You can just leave the rest the way they are. If you go to compression, you can now determine the size of the document, right? So me, I actually leave it at 300, even though it's not for print. I just like to maintain the high quality, and I leave it at JPEG 2000 lossless. And if you go to advanced, you can now see some other advanced options. I've never used this before and I don't think you'll need it. And then under security, you can now choose to put a password for the document, right? So you can click on this. Let's say you want whoever has access to the document to put a password before they open it. You can type in the password here, or if you want them to put a password before they print it or edit it, you can also put a password here. All right, so once you're done setting all of that, come down here and click on Export, and it's going to be exported and saved in your system. The second way, not the second way, rather the same way, but if you want to save it as a print document, some things are slightly different. So you're going to come here, select Adobe Print, select the name, select the area in your PC where you want it saved, and then click on Save. It's going to bring up this dialog box, and here we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 sections as opposed to 4 sections that we had for interactive PDF, right? So the first thing here at the top is there are different Adobe presets, right? So to know which one you're supposed to use, you have to be in contact with your printer, right? Ask your printer which one you're supposed to use. The same thing for the standard and the same thing for the compatibility. These 3 details will come from your printer. All right, you also have page and range, which I've explained in PDF, in the PDF Interactive, which is the same. You can export it as page or spread. Then yeah, that is pretty much the major things you need for this general place. Then if you go to compression, you can choose to compress it if you want, but I would not advise you to compress it, especially if you're printing it out. You're printing it out, you want to leave everything just the way it is, right? The only thing you might want to change is this monochromic images. You might want to change it to do not downsample. Leave the rest the way it is. Go to marks and bleeds. Now you also need information from your printer here. So these are different printers marks. Now some printers don't want any of these printers mark, or some printers want all of them. Some printers want only 2 or 3. So you have to be in contact with your printer and ask them which printers mark that they want. You also ask them if you're supposed to put a bleed. Yes, the answer is yes, you're supposed to put a bleed. And then if you have any information you want to put in the slug area, you also put a slug. Click here, put a slug. All right, and the next is output. So do you want it to convert, or do you want it to remain the same? So the default is RGB, but if you want to convert it to CMYK for print, you have to click on convert to destination, preserve numbers. Then you can come here and select the particular color profile that you want. So you also have to ask your printer which particular color profile that they need. All right, then the next is advanced. To be honest, you don't need anything here. Security, I've explained it. And then summary will show you all the settings that you've set, and then you click on export and you have your document exported. Let's go back. Let's say we wanted to save it as a JPEG. We'll come here and select JPEG, click on save, and now you can choose to select all the pages or a range of pages. You can choose the quality, maximum, high, medium, low. I would advise you to choose maximum, and choose just leave it at baseline, leave the format method at baseline. You can change the resolution to whatever you want. It's currently on 72, and then you can change the color space to RGB, CMYK, or grayscale, and then you can click on export, and as simple as that, to be exported as JPEGs. And finally, if you want to export it as a PNG, select PNG here, click on save, and just fill in the settings like I've explained, and you'll be able to export it as a PNG. So I hope you've been able to learn how to export in InDesign. It's pretty straightforward. If you have any questions or something you didn't get clear, you can ask me in the comment section and I'll do it, so I'll answer you. Right, if you have any videos you also would like me to make concerning InDesign, Photoshop, or anything graphic design related, feel free to ask me and I'll try my best to make a video on that. And till we meet again, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.